Hi everyone. I hope you're all staying safe and well. I don't know about you, but I miss your faces and the good feeling that comes from being in your company as we do our work. I'm eager to get back on campus with you all soon. Well, it feels like we're all settling into our new rhythms and keeping our focus. I want to thank you again for your flexibility, patience, and persistence over these past 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks, can you believe it? I know each of you have obstacles at home that you're overcoming every minute of the day. They are innumerable and very personal to you. You're not only surviving amidst them, but you're thriving. What you've been able to accomplish during this distraction-filled time away from campus has been remarkable. We're so fortunate to be in this community with each other. I want to take a few minutes just to share some updates with you. So much is happening so fast that it's challenging for you to know what's going on. I'm going to give you a brief update on a number of things, and this isn't intended to be comprehensive, so please pardon the brevity. We've made it over the first few waves of the COVID-19 crisis. We've closed campus until May 31st, moved summer courses to remote instruction, canceled campus activities and events through June, and created a virtual graduation ceremony. UCO has donated hundreds of items in personal protective equipment to our local hospital, which was received with great appreciation. Health and safety was the primary focus of our initial response. Let's call that Wave 1. Our next steps have been to consider how to support our students and help them persist on their journey to graduation. We've removed all bursar holds to allow everyone to stay on track, regardless of their account balance. We've increased efforts to make it as easy as possible for students who wish to transfer into UCO to stay close to home or to find a more affordable, high-quality option. We've extended application and enrollment deadlines to create more latitude for personal circumstances. And we're letting people know about our online degree options should they decide to self-distance and continue their studies. Additionally, our foundation started a COVID-19 emergency relief fund to help our students with food, rent, and utilities if they lost their ability to pay. To date, the fund has raised more than $100,000 in both private donations and institutional matching funds provided by our colleges, the foundation, and my office. Student support and persistence has been the primary focus of Wave 2. Wave 3 is focused on financial sustainability. The scale of the potential negative impact this pandemic could have on our students and in turn UCO is beyond anything we've ever faced. We have to take steps to shore up our cash reserves over the coming 2 years. So in early March, we began to constrain our spending and generate savings where possible. Expenses were narrowed to those related to our continued infrastructure and our direct response to COVID-19. We delayed job postings by several weeks to generate additional salary savings for the remainder of the year. Unfortunately, as a necessary measure to conserve money, we also had to reduce our student workforce for the remainder of the spring semester and the summer. Construction projects planned and not under contract or in progress will be paused. Our esports gaming center project is in the final weeks of construction and will be allowed to finish. Our plans for a park on the lot where Buddy's Cafeteria once stood will also be paused, but we'll need to add a modest amount of irrigation and sod to the lot in order to prevent erosion that would be more costly to repair if it were left alone. As part of the CARES Act federal relief package to higher education in America, UCO was granted $11.1 million. The first half of this money is required to go directly to our students impacted by the disruption of their education and will be deposited into their accounts for their access. The second half of this money will come to the university and will be used to offset a portion of the potential impact to our enrollment next year. Using the analogy of a dimmer switch, we want to return to campus with a measured and gradual approach, rather than hastily coming back at full force. Our university division leaders are currently working with their teams to evaluate the best approach for restoring services and functions on campus. They're considering things like physical safety, continued social distancing needs, what functions can remain in telework, or if new work schedules are needed to accommodate different demands. No decision's been made about whether our fall semester will return to mostly in-person classes or will remain in alternative formats. This decision will depend on the status of the pandemic in our state in the coming weeks, and restrictions imposed by our state officials, and of course feedback from our internal COVID-19 response task force, as well as our faculty and staff. We're staying connected with universities across the state to share information and best practices in a variety of ways. Presidents, provosts, business officers, communications officers, human resource officers, and student affairs officers are all meeting frequently to stay informed and in sync. Simultaneously, members of our COVID-19 response task force and unit leaders across campus are joining national webinars on crisis response, adapting our environment, and learning details about the state of the pandemic. Our daily Centralities email to employees shares campus COVID-19 updates, and a new Centralities for students has been added. Our COVID-19 website contains links to resources, frequently asked questions, and important information that you may need. Video messages from me can be found on our YouTube channel, along with many of our alternative student service videos and celebrations. We're trying to keep you informed without overwhelming you, so following this message, you'll see a brief list of places that you can find regular updates and links to resources. I encourage you to lean into this circumstance with me a little bit longer. If you're a faculty member, we need you to keep building class sections for the fall semester. Our students need a clear signal from us that we're ready to teach and support them regardless of delivery method. Now more than ever, our metropolitan area needs higher education to help lift it to the next plateau. And education is the key to freedom for so many. So let's keep our doors wide open for them. Thank you for your Bronco spirit and all that you do for our students. Stay safe and be well.